we are.
We have it down here.
Geo. I'm your wish.
We went to Majestic 11 in Vero to see how to train a dragon 2. Then we went to Burger King. Then we went to my house. We just left the dump. Now we're here and we gotta start at the library.
It ain't usually on Sunday or Saturday afternoon. When I go to church, I take my garbage. My son and I went over on Monday. I was going to the doctor and he was going with me. And it was packed.
Yes, because it closes Tuesday and Wednesday, so everyone on Monday they say, oh, we gotta get to the dump because it's not open.
And I'll tell you another day, don't go. Me and my daughter went and she parked the car down on the road and walked up and took the garbage. That was on Thursday. Thursday morning.
First day open.
Yeah. That was Thursday morning. I said to her, I should have known this. We should have not have done this. But she walked it up over the hill there. Well, I couldn't have did that. I had to wait it or turned around and went back and made it another time.
Yeah, I had 2 barrels of brush, and a barrel of rubbish, and a container of recycles.
Well, I'll tell you what ties that up a lot is big truckloads of that brush. They're at the beginning and at the end. I mean, it just ties the whole thing up. And then there'll be a truck waiting to get in to put brush in, and they're back and that. Oh, it's kind of, some days it's a mess.
Yep.
But I found that Saturday afternoon around 3 o'clock, it's fine. Now this out here ain't as bad, I don't think. Out in Fellsmere.
Fellsmere, they get pretty busy.
Do they? I've been out there a couple times. I never really had any problems.
A couple times I've had to sit back and let it clear.
Now my son, he had a water heater and a bunch of garbage. So he took the garbage, he took the garbage out, and he said to the guy, where should he take the water heater? He said, well, if I was you, I'd take it over to the
Scrap metal.
Yeah.
5-10 bird.
So he did. He said he got $10 for it.
Yeah. My husband does. He takes everything over to that scrap
I
guy.
have an aluminum table out here, and I told my son, I said, if you take that over, it's real old. I'd say maybe 60 or 70 years old. An old lady down Hollywood gave it to me years and years ago, and I don't want it anymore. So I told him, I said, you take it over and you have the money for it. Because he ought to get a good bit for aluminum.
Yep.
Well, I guess you can take washers and everything in there, can't you?
Yep. Yeah, it takes
You
all
hate-
kinds of stuff.
I like Miss Debbie.
Don't you think that these guys, now when I got my new refrigerator, they took the old one. But you would have never known that was ever used other than the working condition of it. I bet they take them there. They take it for nothing, you know. And I bet they take that to these places and they get money for it.
More than likely.
But it's worth it to me. I mean, that'd be an awful thing for me to move around.
Well, definitely.
Well, you glad you're on vacation?
Yes.
I'll be on vacation when I leave for Massachusetts.
You
What do you
hate
do
Boston.
up there then? Just relax.
I gotta visit with a lot of family. Oh, I got family from New Hampshire down to the Cape.
Oh,
Family come from New Hampshire.
Yep. I gotta go up to New Hampshire and visit people.
Your trip on June. Miss Bourne's going away June 25th, next Wednesday, and June 25th,
A week from next Wednesday.
week and next Wednesday, and Miss Bourne will be back home July 16th.
Yep. 3 weeks.
well, I'll tell you, if the airlines and them don't quit raising prices, people ain't going to be able
Copyright.
to even travel on the airlines.
I know. They're making it real tough.
And I'll tell you something I heard this morning, and would pay you to get your gas today. Oil, barrels of oil have gone up to $107. And they said that
Oil.
gas will go up this weekend 10 cents a gallon.
That's crazy.
Boy.
I don't know how people with families are living. I honest to God don't.
No.
So I called Linda, and Linda said, I better go today than get my gas, because she said, I'm empty. I said, well, you better. Because I said, by the way they talked on television, tomorrow it'll go up to 10 cents a gallon. They said in California right now it's $4 a gallon. And you just think all the farther you can go on a gallon of gas.
And usually Sebastian is usually the cheaper place.
Yeah.
Right now, Vero's 6 cents cheaper than us.
Is it?
Yeah, the Hessen Vero, which is normally high on US 1, is $3.49. The Hessen Sebastian's $3.55.
Well, out here at Sunoco, that's where I use all Sunoco gas. It was $3.53. It was cheaper than Walmart's. $3.53. All right, tomorrow that will be $3.63.
There's no reason.
And there's no excuse for it. We shouldn't be getting Middle East oil. We should have enough of our own oil that we wouldn't have to depend on that kind of stuff. But our oil, they're selling to Japan and those places. The Alaskan oil is down in a pipeline into Washington State. They load it on ships and it goes to Japan.
What are you doing, Justin? Stay in here.
Stay here.
Yeah,
Focus.
you got no reason to be running around the house.
I like Miss Debbie.
I like Justin.
It's my rules.
You want to be with me, you got to follow my rules.
Yes?
I do it. At least he follows somebody's rules.
He doesn't like it, but he does it.
You know, back when my daddy was very strict. And I thought, I used to get so mad.
Focus.
You know, now since I'm older and grown up and everything. he doesn't
Parents,
behave.
accidents happen.
You know?
Discipline is good for kids.
They need it. They absolutely need it.
So it taught me to discipline my own kids. It taught me that you're not the only pea in the sea. Taught me a lot. Now, he never whipped us, only when we needed it. He whipped me one time with broken cornfield. But he was very strict.
Oh.
My father was too, but of course he had to be.
It's under
For
a
so
light.
many years, he was alone with 10 kids.
Oh my, yes, he had to be. Now my mother was very easygoing. But all she had to say was, wait till your daddy comes home tonight.
He couldn't write.
She was easy going.
Run
And you
around.
know they died 6 months apart. He died in January, she died in June.
When one goes, the other one doesn't want to continue.
No, they were married 69 years, but my mother was in the nursing home for 9 of them. So they really, he'd bring her, at first he'd bring her home, but then it got that she didn't want to come. I think she felt safer in the nursing home. But she's having many strokes. But I think back, how in the world, it was during Depression, how in the world did they afford 10 kids?
It's amazing the things they were.
I remember even when my daddy went to work on the WPA, he'd go, they'd come pick them up.
Justin, enough.
Huh?
I don't like my rules.
They'd come and pick them up
Oh
All
well.
Monday morning. He wouldn't get back till Friday evening. On the WPA, $35 a week.
Go sit down.
$35 a week.
Go sit down.
I like my hair.
I know you do.
Yeah.
People don't know how to do without anymore.
No, they don't. The Christmas. Yeah, but your friends all around you, this was as bad off. You take, we got one thing for Christmas, and we weren't sure. I'd have been bought at the Salvation Army.
But then you appreciated whatever you got.
That's right, because you never know, they never know. But look how far $20 went. Mother could buy Christmas stuff for $20 for 10 kids. Now you can't even buy one thing.
Focus.
Let's take him for instance. If he was cut off from money and gifts and all that, he'd be lost.
All right, sit down. Enough.
I like
Justin.
my shirt.
I know, but you've taken several pictures since you got here,
Huh?
and you have several in the phone still from other days.
Yeah,
It's sent to Miss Debbie.
that our
What did I
government
tell
is,
you?
oh, that our government is so corrupt.
That's for sure.
Hang out, Miss. Mama, hang out.
The price of groceries, honestly, I don't know how people with families are living.
Mm.
I do, I really don't. Meat, I bet they don't even get meat. Meat is unbelievable. Of course, I'm not like,
Everybody shops the sales.
yeah, I do.
I do too.
Now, I find that Winn-Dixie is a lot cheaper than Public Market. I found that out, but also Walmart's cheaper than Winn-Dixie. So for my big order, I go to Walmart. When I need odds and ends, I go to Winn-Dixie. I buy my meat off Winn-Dixie, I don't buy Walmart.
Miss Bourne taking Universal.
I see, next year they're gonna change.
Miss Bourne take
Yeah.
Justin Universal Orlando
Dinner,
Resort.
food,
It wastes the money.
kids,
Only
that's
Barney
food.
show leave.
Steve,
And
They say that it's this Obama